Granada is a city of whispers. A place where every wall holds a secret. And every sunrise brings a new beginning. But for one young woman, Granada wasn't just a city. It was a chance to rewrite her fate. Granada breathed with ancient warmth as Lucía Morales stepped into the Albayacin district. Her caramel-toned skin glowed faintly in the late afternoon sun. Her long wavy brown hair brushed her shoulders as she dragged a suitcase behind her. A sketchbook was pressed to her chest like a shield. At just 26, she carried the exhaustion of someone much older. Above, on a balcony with cracked blue paint, Dona Esperanza narrowed her sharp eyes. She was wiry, tiny, and unstoppable at 74. Doña Esperanza. She walks like someone escaping a storm. Her neighbor Don Mateo, tall and thin with a patient face, leaned over. Don Mateo. Granada will either heal her, or test her. Lucía didn't hear them. But the city seemed to listen as she breathed in its air, jasmine and stone and ancient stories. Her steps slowed when a group of children ran past, laughing. They didn't stare at her. They didn't expect anything from her. She was invisible. Safe. Free. For the first time in months, she exhaled. Café del Cielo perched on the cliffside like it might fall off with the next strong wind. The smell of churros and cinnamon drifted out. Inside, Carmen Ruiz, tall and honey-skinned with her bold curls tied in a messy ponytail, watched Lucía walk in. Carmen was known in the Albayacin for her fiery personality. She could read a person at a glance. And she pegged Lucía immediately. Carmen smirking. New, right? People who hold sketchbooks that tight are always new. Lucía flushed, brushing a strand of wavy brown hair. Generate yar. Lucía. Is it that obvious? Carmen. Oh, Carino painfully. Lucía ordered coffee, sat by the edge of the terrace, and opened her sketchbook. The pages fluttered in the mountain breeze until suddenly, one tore free. The paper danced toward the edge of the cliff. Lucía gasped. And then a hand caught it midair. Tall. Lean. Olive-skinned. Adrián Vega. His dark curls caught the wind. His deep brown eyes studied the page, then her. He was 29 but carried the softness and sorrow of someone who had learned to live gently. Adrián, quiet, warm. This belongs to you. Lucía reached for the page. Her fingers brushed his. A spark. Small, electric. He felt it too, because he inhaled sharply. Before she could speak, a loud voice boomed behind Adrián. Rafa. Bro. Tell me you didn't almost fall off the cliff again. Rafa Delgado, tall as a lamppost with a tan golden complexion and shoulders broad enough to block the sun, jogged over holding a bag of pastries. He grinned when he saw Lucía. Rafa. Oh, so this is why you were distracted. Adrián's ears flushed. Lucía laughed lightly, the first real laugh since coming to Granada. And just like that, Granada placed her first stone. The plaza outside the cafe buzzed with life. A guitarist played flamenco. Vendors shouted. Tourists took photos. But Adrián saw none of that. He saw Lucía. Her hazel eyes deep and thoughtful. Her caramel skin catching sunlight. Her posture trying to shrink and expand at the same time. He lifted his old film camera, his father's camera. Adrián. Lucía, may I take your picture? Her breath caught. She had never liked cameras. Marco, her ex, used to criticize how she looked in every photo. Her heart stuttered. But Adrián's gaze held no judgment. Just quiet curiosity. Before she could answer, Rafa clapped a heavy hand on Adrián's shoulder. Rafa. She has no idea what you asking means. Lucía, softly. What does it mean? Adrián swallowed. Adrián. I don't photograph strangers unless something in them speaks to me. Lucía's stomach fluttered. The breeze chilled her skin. She looked at him. This gentle-eyed, calm-voiced artist who saw her differently than anyone ever had. Lucía. Yes. You can. Adrián breathed out, relieved. He raised the camera. Click. The world paused. For the first time Lucía felt captured. Not judged. Seen. Not corrected. And Adrián Vega, who never let himself get close to anyone, felt something stir inside him. Something frightening. Something new. Something he couldn't name yet. But Granada could. Evening draped itself over Granada like a soft silk scarf, warm, glowing promising. Carmen finished her shift at the cafe and waved Lucia over. Carmen. Come on, Carino. Adrián wants to show you the real Granada, not the tourist version. Rafa popped up behind them, towering and full of energy. Rafa. And I'm here because the real Granada includes pastries. They walked through the cobblestone alleys. Lucia, with her slender frame and wavy brown hair cascading over her shoulders, took it all in. The lanterns hanging from balconies, the laughter echoing from open windows, the smell of roasted almonds. Adrián stood beside her, hands in his pockets, leaning slightly forward as if drawn unconsciously toward her. He pointed to a jasmine vendor sitting on a cushion near the cathedral steps. Tia Maribel, short and round with silver braids, looked up and smiled instantly. Tia Maribel. My stubborn son Adrián. And who is this pretty flower? Lucia's cheeks warmed. Adrián blushing a little. Her name is Lucia. She just moved here. Maribel grabbed a handful of jasmine flowers and pressed them into Lucia's hand. Tia Maribel. For love. Take them, Granada blooms for you tonight. Carmen nudged Rafa. Carmen whispering. This woman knows everything. Everything. They reached a small square filled with street music. A man with deep bronze skin and long silver hair tied back strummed a flamenco guitar. It was El Sombra, the wandering musician who seemed to appear when hearts needed melody. His voice was gravel and honey, ancient and young all at once. El Sombra, singing softly. Two hearts walked the same street, not knowing they walked toward each other. Lucia felt the words wrap around her chest. Adrián watched her quietly. How her hazel eyes shone in candlelight, how the jasmine matched her warm skin, how she carried sadness with such grace. He wanted to reach for her. He didn't. Not yet. But Granada noticed the almost touch between them. And the city smiled. The next day, Lucia visited Adrián's studio. The room smelled of old wood and film chemicals, sunlight streaming through half-open shutters. Adrián moved like he was part of the space itself, lean, tall, soft-edged. Portraits lined every wall. Nadia, delicate and pale, blue eyes full of quiet storms. Joaquim the blind painter, his powerful hands captured mid-creation. Isabel, Adrián's older sister, sharp-featured, olive-skinned, chin-length black hair framing a gaze that could cut glass. Lucia paused at Isabel's portrait. Lucia. She looks intense. Adrián's soft laugh. She is. Before she could ask more, her attention froze. There on the wall, was her. Her hazel eyes slightly widened. Her caramel skin glowing. Her lips parted like she was caught between fear and hope. Adrián watched her reaction carefully. His deep brown eyes softened. Lucia, voice trembling. I don't look like this. Adrián. You don't see the way light rests on you. Or how you breathe when you're thinking. Her heart thudded. Lucia. Why did you take this picture? Adrián hesitated, afraid of saying too much. Adrián. Because something in you felt familiar. Like a story I've known a long time. Lucia swallowed hard. She wanted to step toward him. She wanted to run. Before she could decide, the studio door opened. Isabel entered, tall, elegant, olive-skinned, her expression sharp. She crossed her arms. Isabel. So, you're the new girl. Lucia's stomach twisted. Adrián rubbed the back of his neck. Adrián. Isabel. Isabel. I just want to be sure my brother isn't about to fall for another heartbreak. Lucia blushed deeply. Adrián shut his eyes in embarrassment. Isabel es Mirquez. Isabel. Relax. I didn't say it was a bad thing. Lucia felt dizzy. Something was happening, something real. But fate was walking toward her. And fate had slick hair, expensive shoes. And a past she thought she escaped.